here.
Well, there you go.
That
really seems appropriate then. Opening tap wheel, wind up out of bounds, and who's going to get it? And on the Buffalo side, they'll start their 12th different starting lineup here this season. And as you see the three go in for Journey, Hilbrand is in the middle of almost everything for Kent State. Quickly into the front court, it's Deanna Gray, blocked by Ella Corey.
Shows that Kent State's even got some depth, even with these injuries, that someone who scored 30 points a few nights ago didn't earn a starting position.
Anaya Rowe made a great move and kind of lost the ball as she was about to shoot it. So back the other way, there's the three for the leading scorer, Maya Babbitt. Goals all year long, it's only 6-0, but that's gonna have to change.
Finally gotten some players in a normal rotation. They're starting to get continuity. Buffalo has not had that luxury. They keep having to change rotations and lineups, and things have to adjust on the fly, and it has not been going well.
Determination all the time. Look at the great look here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, set an up screen there right at the elbow. This is a mismatch here. Somehow Buffalo playing player to player. Meg Lucas is on the much quicker and smaller Deanna Gray.
And that beats the shot clock.
Struggled overall on the season from three-point land, coming off of an incredibly efficient year where she was north of 40% last season for Kent State. Not the case this year.
Good tap ahead and a nice finish for Buffalo's leading scorer. -97 in overall points scored in the first quarter, which means you're in a 6-point hole on average every game. And
teams, don't want to come from 6-7 points down after every single first quarter. You're not going to sustain success over a long period of time if you're constantly playing from behind.
Good power move from in the paint by Diane Jackson, and the Bulls trying to keep that. Loop it down low, and there's the big Riley Rissmiller on the scoreboard for the first time. 7-point Kent State lead. Make it 4 as Anaya Rowe hits Buffalo's first three.
We're going to take at least 23s today, I hope. That's the goal, because against Miami on the road, they took less than 10. In today's day and age, Paul, you and I know that. That's just not going to help you win games with the three-point shot.
It's a tough break for the Bulls. And then Jackson had to try to, not sure that that's the sweet spot of her offensive game. Into the post for Rissmiller, goes around Lucas and scores. And right now, Kent State taking advantage of the height. And that back three is no good for Anaya Rowe. Here come the flashes on the move. Pull-up jumper, scoops in and out for Megan Murray, but the putback goes for Maya Babbitt.
Despite playing more than he'd like to play her, unfortunately, but with the injuries, that's who he's had to rely on. She's averaging north of 35 minutes a game.
Paola Lopez with a nice runner from the lane.
You get a foul, earn it down in the paint, preventing a layup or something.
Yeah.
Don't.
Quick inbounds and a appropriately matched blocked shot. That's the second of the game for Ella Corey.
You get the golden flashes back home and safely onto campus before the worst of it comes.
Maya Babbitt and Riley Rissmiller combined for 17 of the 21st quarter Kent State points. That's a blocked shot. The two women show right now. And here's Emery Klatt. We haven't mentioned her name yet. The reigning MAC Player of the Week.
Early in the season, but probably much welcomed with the injury news that Kent State has had to deal with. So a fresh week to try to get some of those players healthier.
There's Anaya Rowe popping in the three. Fluidity.
I'd say that 3 times
We'll work
fast.
on all of those today. And that three will go for Anna Campanelli, just her first double-digit lead of the game for the Kent State Golden Flashes. Shot clock winding down. McDuffie will have to shoot the three and rattles it in. Nice inbound, nice cut to the basket, easy bucket for Bianca Juzo. It's a much smaller lineup, as you pointed out, Matt. And it's going to rely. There's the rims, thankfully for Buffalo. I'm in this game.
Look, another difference is free throws right now. Kent State, after those two, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Buffalo yet to attempt a free throw.
Quick hands and a quick steal and a quick basket for Maya Babbitt.
Coach Starkey said it. You're talking about one of the best shooters in Kent State history. He still called her the best shooter in the league. Unfortunately, she's just been going through a bit of a slump.
Juzo into the lane, turnaround jumper. That's pretty for Bianca Juzo. And Kent State up to their largest lead of the afternoon. Shot clock down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Quick 3 goes for Anaya Coleman to beat the shot clock.
Confusion across all 5 players.
Step back 3 for Babbitt will fall. Under a minute to go in the first half. Ella Corey up with the right hand off glass and in.
9 straight games with a field goal made for Corey.
Deanna Gray, mismatch on Bohannon, and an easy feed to Rissmiller. Might lead the MAC in scoring this year. I don't know how you know, so.
Close your eyes, throw a dart, and guess. That's the preseason poll these days.
Nice play to get things started for Buffalo by Ella Corey. Into the lane, little turnaround move. And feed the cutter Anaya Rowe, and she'll scoop it in. That's an all Anaya basket. Yeah, again, outscored by 7 points in each of the first 2 quarters, which gets you to 14 at the half, and that's an easy basket for Riley.
Ella Watson, Deasia Fair, Sierra Dillard, Stephanie Reed, Joanna Smith. You know, Buffalo has had, they've been very fortunate to have had takeover scores, game-changing players.
To get her to 17 points in this game. And nice move by Rowe to the rim and 1. Keep chipping away at it. Rowe's gonna try and get it.
Again, Kent State defensively, I don't know why.
To 4 to start the 3rd quarter. Pull-up baseline jumper rattles in for Anna Campanelli. Babbitt looking. Shot clock under 10. To the cutter, Juzo to the wide open Platt for 2. A little over 2 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Baseline, get it into Rissmiller. Tries to take advantage of that height over McDuffie, and she scores.
Sort of a morphing matchup zone right now. Buffalo's playing defensively.
Oh, and that's Maya Babbitt just out hustling everybody on the floor to test his team in non-conference.
And that can go one of 2 ways, he told us, right? That either sets you up and you're battle hardened and you're ready to go for the conference, and it's yet to be seen if that's the case, or it goes the support that this Buffalo family and community has for one of their own.
And you'll notice it on some of the Buffalo players, particularly in their sneakers and their laces, tied to some of their. Campanelli, career high afternoon for her, blocked by Lucas.
Trying to make things a little bit harder defensively, and it's just the athletes.
It's a hustle stat, right?
Absolutely.
Like that's what will make a coach happy. And right underneath the basket, all by herself, was Anaya Rowe. Thankfully, Diane Jackson finally saw her. That's 23, one off a career high for Anaya Rowe.
Each game, we're just seeing Rowe grow a little bit more, continue to get better. Coach Sharkey told me on the phone a few weeks ago that she's really having fun growing her, helping her mature. Being a part of this process has been great. Buffalo still in that zone. It's a matchup zone that it almost looks like a man-to-man. As soon as the ball gets in the paint, everyone sort of grabs the body and matches up.
Great pass from Megan Murray. Watch number 30. Hand it off.
Seal the defender. As soon as Jackson steps up to stop the ball, dump it down.
Riley Rissmiller and Emery Klatt from other schools to then become important players that stay comfortably on top, looking for a 4th win in a row. And that's a 3 by Babbitt that flies over the rim. Here comes Anaya Rowe. Got traffic around her. Rowe able to beat all of it.
Anaya Rowe is going to be on a postseason All-MAC team next year. Book it. She's got such good awareness. I mean, that is a player that you just can't teach a youngster like that. She felt where the defender was. She was able to catch
your prediction by telling you that Anna Campanelli might very well be the next great Kent State Golden Flash player, because as a freshman, she has 15 here today.
And they're high on this freshman class that's incoming, those who have already signed, and Coach Sharkey will actually have a fair shot at the transfer portal this year.
Bohannon, as you watch Gray feeds Rissmiller for her new career. McDuffie double teamed, kicks it back out. Bohannon goes down the lane, and that will count.
you are weeks and weeks behind everybody else who has had over a month to hit the transfer portal and find new players. So really a tough job to come into. Have a completely new team. Everybody's transferred. You end up getting Anaya Rowe and Paulo Lopez to both return. A team that Coach Sharkey has had to put together, and these players have played very hard. Coach Starkey said that on film. You see they play hard. They play for their coach, and they've put together some really nice moments here. Stop ball.
Kent State on the run, and Anna Campanelli's had the best game of her career, and so has Riley Rissmiller. And credit to Kent State. Again, they are missing their second leading scorer, Janae Tyler. She has been out since early December. They're missing one of their most important players since early January. And Tatiana Holmes, their second leading rebounder, has missed the last 3 games, yet here they are on a 4-game winning streak. And off the steal, Gabby McDuffie gets rewarded with a basket.
Think back to, if you could point to maybe 2 or 3 players that helped change this program, you're not going to go without saying Steph Reed, one of the all-time great point guards this program has ever had. Such a successful program here over the last decade. 4
MAC championships and 4 NCAA appearances. And there's Anaya Rowe, over 30 points. First time since Chella Watson did it at the MAC tournament in 2024. First bull over 30. Ella Corey to double figures now with 10. Today, rather. I just finished saying they moved the game up. How about the day for Anaya Rowe?
The reaction by Anaya Rowe, who just had to chuck something up. She gets the bank shot in, and she just kind of...
I'm not done. I'm going to slap this away. Can Anaya Rowe add a few more? She cannot. It winds up as a 10-point win that allows Kent State to get their 4th victory in a row, and the losing streak now goes to 11.